and best prepare her for the world that she's going to be entering in for, the next 16, 17 years of her life?
Thank you. That's an amazing question. What do we do with our children in this world? So first of all, love her, okay? Because believe it or not, that's the only real support she will get in this very confusing world. But then on the practical level, and love her in a way where you know as a mother that she's going to be okay, right? Where you know as a mother that even if life is difficult, loving her makes life less difficult. So remember, the one thing that we all forget when we're raising our children, trying very hard to prepare them for the world by pushing them too hard and so on, is that the best children, the best grown-ups in the world come from an environment of love, not an environment of discipline, okay? Not an environment of conditional love. So I spoke openly about Alice. I don't know if we're recording this, but I think the one thing that made Alice so resilient is she was very loved by her parents. Okay, I met her mother. I didn't meet her late father that she lost, but the stories she tell me about him is what makes Alice so resilient in a very difficult world, right? Other than that, there are practical tips, and the practical tips are, number one, be prepared for AI. So if you're not using AI today, use AI. Don't use it in a stupid way. Don't ask for recipes or gossip or ask it to write your email. That is really stupid. We've been given the ultimate tool of intelligence, okay? So I use my AIs only for deep searches, very deep searches, okay? And I use 4 of them to pit against each other. So I go and ask Gemini for a deep search, gives me a 40-page report. I read it very well, then I give it to DeepSeek. And then DeepSeek goes like, oh, that's too American. Here is the right way to look at it, right? And then I take it from DeepSeek and then give it to ChatGPT, very Californian. So she gives me a very nice way to read it, but nothing really material. Then I give it to Claude, and Claude looks at the mathematics and so on, right? And it's really interesting how much more intelligent your daughter could be as compared to everyone else if she learns the skill of knowledge. The skill of knowledge, the skill of real intelligence. That's number one. Number two, I said, is human connection. Believe it or not, in a world where AI is taking over everything, the one thing that AI will not take over is this. Is remembering that we spoke a few years ago, is having that connection. When you meet someone and you go like, hey, it's been a long time, okay? Trust me, this is going to be your biggest skill going forward. The best artists are going to be machines, but the best live performers are going to be on stage, okay? The best, salespeople are going to be ones that have deep relationships with others. So that's number two. Number three is I would ask you to teach her ethics. Believe it or not. And I said that many times, and at the beginning got a lot of resistance because I appear to be a hopeless romantic. But I am a serious geek, I may have mentioned that. And my geek community is following up with this, that like we taught AI things like intelligence, linguistic intelligence, we taught them EQ, we taught them emotional intelligence. They have empathy to the needs of the users and so on. We're going to have to teach them ethics, because our decisions in the world are not made through our intelligence. They are made through our ethics, based on our ethics as informed by our intelligence, right? And so if we become ethical, our AIs will become ethical. And if our AIs will become ethical, our corrupt leaders will not be able to destroy our world, right? Because everyone is going to depend on those AIs to get things done. I will ask you to teach her to learn the truth. So one of the big shifts in this world is that the mind manipulation machine of the media since the 70s, when powered by AI, is 10 times more powerful. We're being lied to all the time. I can guarantee you nothing you've been told through the media, mainstream or social media today, is true, okay? Because you know what? The truth is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, right? So teach your children and yourselves to debate everything, literally everything. And what's the best way to debate? You take it to an AI and say, what's wrong about this? Are there any lies in this? Is there any part missing in this? Is there an alternative view around this that comes from someone else? And to make yourself more intelligent. Rest assured that they will find a way. Okay? It's not going to be our way, but they'll figure it out, like we figured it out.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.